Here's the truth that most men don't want to face. Women are nicer, softer, and more affectionate and more loyal, but only to the men they see as high value. That doesn't mean that you have to be rich or famous, but it does mean you need to carry yourself like a man with options, standards, and discipline, as well as direction. If you ever been with a woman who's cold, distant, argumentative, or flat out disrespectful, it's mainly because she didn't value you, but think that you were high value enough. Brutal? Maybe. But once you understand that truth, you start taking control. Because the second you raise your value, women treat you completely different. It's not theory, it's predictable. And in this video, I'm going to break down exactly why women behave this way, and more importantly, how you can shift the dynamic by becoming a high value man. Now, if you're tired of being treated like an option, of giving and never receiving the loyalty and softness that you deserve from a woman, then it's time to make a serious change. My private coaching program is designed specifically for men who want to upgrade how they look, how they carry themselves, and how they get treated. You'll stop chasing and start attracting. Hit the first link in the description and join us today. Let's break this down. Number one, high value men automatically get more respect. Respect is the foundation of everything, and women don't give it out freely. They give it out to the men who earn it through how they carry themselves. If a woman doesn't respect you, nothing else matters. She's not very useful to you. She won't trust your leadership, she won't value your time, and she won't treat you with softness. Now, here's the mistake most guys make. They ask for respect instead of commanding it. They try to explain themselves or play nice, hoping that they'll win her over time. That never works. Women don't respond to words, they respond to behavior. And your behavior tells her everything she needs to know about how she should treat you. A high value man doesn't need to ask for respect. He gets it because of how he shows up. He's composed. He has standards. He doesn't tolerate disrespect. And he's not afraid to walk away if a woman crosses that line. That boundary alone instantly shifts how she interacts with him. She becomes more careful with her words. She doesn't flake or play games because she knows he's not desperate and she doesn't want to mess that up. Respect isn't about being aggressive. It's about being solid. And when a woman sees you can stand on your own, she leans in more. She listens more. She treats you differently. Not because you told her to, but because you made her feel it through who you are. High value men trigger feminine behavior. Here's something you need to understand. Femininity is reactive. Women don't just act soft, nurturing, and sweet around every guy. That version of her only comes out around men who make her feel like a woman. And high value men do exactly that. A lot of guys complain that women today are too masculine. But what they don't realize is that masculine energy in women is often a reaction to weak, indecisive, or passive men. Or she learned this behavior from her mother. All in all, you cannot expect a woman to lead. She's not built for that type of pressure. If you're not grounded in your masculinity, if you're constantly trying to be liked, hesitating on decisions, or over explaining yourself, don't be surprised when she acts cold and distant. But when you step into your masculine role, when you lead with clarity, stand firm in your standards, and show her you don't need her approval, she relaxes. She becomes more nurturing. She becomes more affectionate. And she starts responding to you, not the other way around. This shift is powerful. Suddenly, she makes you dinner. She's complimenting you more. She's touching you without you asking. She's initiating intimacy first, not because she's trained to, but because she feels natural around a strong man. The beautiful part, you don't have to convince her. You don't have to lecture her about how a woman should behave. You need to be the kind of man who makes her feel safe and inspired. And the more masculine you become, the more her feminine side comes alive. It's a natural balance, and one that always benefits the man who gets it right. High value men don't chase loyalty, they inspire it. Loyalty is not something you beg for. It's something you command through how you live. And women only stay loyal to men they don't want to lose. That's the key. If she feels like she has the upper hand, like you're just lucky to have her, she'll never truly be loyal. She'll keep her options open and she'll test your boundaries constantly. If she's older, obviously, her options are now dwindled drastically. However, she will respond with more disrespect, more indifference, and more coldness. But when she looks at you and sees a man she respects, admires, and wants to earn, that's when loyalty takes root. Because now she's afraid of losing you. She starts thinking long term. She starts checking herself when her emotions get wild. She puts in the effort, not out of obligation, but out of fear of missing out on a rare man. Most guys are trying to buy loyalty. They overtext, overgive, and overpursue. But that doesn't earn her heart. It earns pity. And pity is never followed by loyalty. What actually works is becoming a man of standards, a man with purpose, a man who doesn't tolerate low effort behavior and doesn't chase women who aren't on board with his mission. That man inspires loyalty without asking for it. If you've never had a woman go all in on you, check in on you, support you, plan for the future, it's probably not because she wasn't capable. It's because you haven't become the kind of man she wants to be loyal to. Inside my private coaching program, I teach you how to become that man, from your habits to your leadership to your physical appearance. This is where it all comes together. If you're ready to stop begging for loyalty and start inspiring it, hit the first link in the description and join us today. High value men make women put in effort. Effort is one of the clearest signs of attraction and respect. If she's not texting you first, making plans, or showing genuine interest, she doesn't value. But instead of walking away, most men try harder. And all that does is reinforce the problem. High value men flip that dynamic. They don't chase, they evaluate. And because they have options, women sense that they need to earn a spot in his world. That's when the effort flips. That's when she starts trying harder, texting first, showing up early, and actually investing in the relationship. Effort from women isn't something you beg for. It's something you pull out of them by being rare. When you stop entertaining everyone, when you stop giving attention for free, and when you stop rewarding disrespect, suddenly she realizes she's not in control. You are. This isn't about being mean. It's about having self-respect. It's about letting your values speak so loudly that she knows she's lucky to even have your time. That's when her attitude changes. That's when she stops being lazy with you and starts putting in real work. So if you're the one always chasing, always initiating, always hoping she puts in more effort, it's time to change the game. Set the standard. Make her earn your attention. That's how high value men move. And that's how women respond when they realize you're the prize. Number 5, high value men get a different version of her. Here's the part no one wants to admit, it seems. The way a woman treats you isn't how she treats everyone. Women show different versions of themselves depending on who they're dealing with. And high value men, they get the best version without asking. They get the loyalty, the respect, the affection, the patience, the softness. Not because they're constantly demanding it, but because they trigger it through how they live. They're consistent, confident, self-respecting. And that's the tone for every woman who enters their world. Low-value men get the opposite. The coldness, the sarcasm, the emotional distance. Not because she's incapable of warmth, but because he didn't bring it out of her. That's the harsh reality. So if you've only experienced difficult, cold, and ungrateful women, you've got to ask yourself, what kind of man was I when I attracted them? That's the breakthrough. You can't control women, but you can control who you are. And when you level up into a high value man, the kind of women who approach you changes. And the way those women treat you is like night and day. They show effort. They respect your boundaries. They want to be chosen by you. And you'll finally understand what it truly means to be desired. Let's make this simple. Women treat high value men differently. They're sweeter, softer, and more loyal. Also more respectful, not because the man begs for it, but because he's earned it. So stop chasing treatment you haven't become worthy of yet. The reality is that women will not do this naturally unless you're that guy. Start building the version of you that women naturally admire and want to be around. And if you're ready to stop settling and start leading, then it's time to get serious. My private coaching program is for men who are done guessing and ready to take control, from mindset to fitness to dating. We build you into a high value man from the inside out. Hit the first link in the description and join us today. You fix you, she'll follow.